Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So in this one we are building up the world's largest submarine, the Typhoon class, also known as Project 941 Akula. So guys, just building up the nose of this one, this is quite a wide submarine. It's almost like two submarines glued together just to get all of those like 20 missile bays in, those 20 ballistic missile bays in at the top of the ship. So actually coming up with the shape for this one was I wouldn't say it's really difficult, it's just it took me a little bit of time to get it right. So that's the main thing, do spend your time doing that, but I knew that, with submarines, getting the front right, getting the back right, the middle is generally a big kind of cylinder shape, it's kind of copy and paste. So we're then just completing and going forwards from this to find out where the sail is, also known as the bridge fin as well. So that's this section right here, that of course on this one is rather large. So this whole kind of submarine is actually pretty much the size of some of the Dreadnought class battleships, so Dreadnought kind of battleships of the time, which is crazy. So you can see I've now got those two bits, and then we're just filling in the gap and getting it all right. And that's the thing, once you've got that front nose and you kind of choose a section and you can see that it's all the same, you can just kind of bring those blocks back. It's really nice, and I love doing it, really, it's nice fun. And then coming around to the back now and actually getting the back shape of this, getting those stabilizers in as well. Now with this one, it's got two very, very large propellers on it, so yeah, we're going to put those in a bit, but just getting all of that detail in there, starting to lay out almost like a skeleton, and I find this works really well. The back of this one's quite complicated, so it did take me a while. You can see I kind of started doing bits, then started doing other bits. It was just as I was trying to figure it out, I was like, okay, well I can see that bit, let's go with that bit. And with this one, you've got it all rounding to a kind of shape, but you've also got these more squarer parts, these rectangular parts that are in the middle, on the top, and also on the bottom. So just getting in the shape now for those nice big propellers and trying to figure out where they fit. I did a really rough version first. The whole thing with this, guys, and if you're ever building any sort of thing big in Minecraft, get your rough shape first. You can always refine it later, and I'll show you guys that as we get through this video as well. So just filling in the spaces here and trying to get a good idea of what's going on. I come in and I change things later. And that's the thing, guys, don't be afraid if you're doing it as a first draft. Don't be afraid to come in and just change things completely, even if, it's about getting blocks down, it's about getting the rough shape, and you can then see how everything relates to each other, especially when we got reference pictures, and I just find it's a lot easier once you've got that in there to then start doing that. So building these big, kind of covers, I'm going to call them, over the actual propellers now, and putting that in. And now we get to get onto the detail parts of it, so putting in some different colours. So I use blackstone almost all the way through this build, getting in some of the smooth quartz as these like white stripes that you can see there. See, I've also missed a block if you are having a look at that. I do correct that later. Then getting our slabs and stairs in. So this is where I say, refine the shape afterwards. If you've got the rough shape, you can always refine it. You can come in and tweak, and you can see me flying up and down and just tweaking it. I ended up having to lift this whole one up because of the amount of kind of stuff underneath to get all the slabs in, smoothing out that side but keeping this really flat top, smoothing out that bridge fin, that sail, and getting in some glass, getting in some of the little details, and then of course we're going to be putting in those missile bays. So I used stairs on this one to give it a really good defined line on it. So of course it's not actually cut into it like that, but it's just to do it in Minecraft. Putting in the fins on the side there as well, and using some trapdoors to kind of give it its shape that it actually has as well. You see me putting in even more details around there. Now coming around to the back, of course we haven't done any of the details on here, so this I actually struggled with the most. This is the most difficult part, that for me anyway, was getting this back part, because it's so complicated in terms of like shapes intersecting each other, and of course pictures wise it's very difficult to get pictures of this area. So I had to really rely on the amazing model builders out there in the world who build actual models in real life for this, and have put some really good pictures up online. It's awesome, so thanks to those guys as always. Getting in the details on the back now as well, and you can see me, I've done the vertical stabilizer there, that's all done. Getting all of the nice little radar antennas at the top, and it looks like these can actually sink into the submarine, which is really cool. Getting onto those details underneath the submarine now as well. There wasn't too many to do. I'd done a couple of them off camera because you couldn't really see it there. Getting in this kind of side bit on here. I don't know what it is. If you guys know what that bit underneath the submarine is, let me know in the comments. That'd be great. And then getting onto these little details as well. So get the basic shape, get your details on kind of last. If you can do the details as you go in, then do them. But I always find that it's better to shape it, get your kind of more refined shape, and then put your details on. Everything will then flow really nicely. But you can see me just putting in those, changing out some blocks, getting those stairs in there as well, and yeah, putting in those details on the side of this absolute beast of a submarine. So there we go, guys, all looking really good and just finishing this thing up, copying it onto the other side. But here is the Typhoon Class, also known as the Akula Class submarine. What a beast of a submarine. It's absolutely incredible piece of machinery. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. If you really enjoy my content, guys, please do check out my membership program. It's the best way to keep the, well, really support the channel. And if you guys want a tutorial, make sure to let me know in the comments. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.